All right, we in the building. Sports Mix. It's a special Sunday edition. I had to reach out to some of my peoples, my family. TS for life. We in the building. Show some love, folks. I got Wade. We got some
Hello,
people watching.
everyone.
What's up, y'all? What's up?
Hey.
So
This is where I am today. Hopefully.
definitely wanted to get in before the football game. I know everybody like to watch football on Sundays or whatever.
Yep.
But I wanted to bring y'all on. We talking about fitness after 50 years old. Reason I asked you guys to come on because I watch all of y'all. I watch all of y'all doing what y'all do. You gotta turn that down. You got muted. I think you got mute something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta mute that Facebook. Yeah, so I asked all of y'all because I watch all of y'all, going through various stages of y'all journeys. I know been knowing Harry longer than all of y'all, so I know he works out pretty religiously for years. Lisa, I know you started the journey a couple years ago, doing real well with it. Monica, you started journey, sharing your journey. Especially since you moved to Florida, you've been sharing a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Chrissy or Brenda, we kind of bumped heads on the track about a year ago. That's about a year ago now, and I've been watching your journey as well through your social media. So like I was talking to Harry earlier or yesterday, like, this time of year, people get into the New Year's resolution, the wanting the new year, new me type of thing. So I figured who better to reach out to than people that's doing it, being consistent with it, making it happen and sharing with everybody what they doing. So that's kind of why I reached out to y'all. And y'all, we family anyway, so make it real easy. So before we get started, always before I start, I'll kind of reach out to kind of if it's something going on in the news or just kind of what's going on in the day. So I saw that the Bishop Desmond Tutu passed away.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I don't know if that was this morning or last night, but sending condolences out, on his loss. It is the Christmas season, so just wish everybody Merry Christmas. Hope y'all Christmas was good. Got to spend some time with family or whatever. And today is day one of Kwanzaa, which is Umoja. Hope I'm saying that right.
That's right.
And it's all about unity. Go figure. So we all came together today, and we're unifying and trying to inspire some people, I hope. So that's kind of where we at right now. So we kind of go around. So I'm gonna go around my screen kind of left to right. I don't know how y'all screens look, but at the top I got Miss Lisa. And Miss Lisa is somebody I've known probably most of my life. So you want to introduce yourself?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Lisa Griffin. I am from Turner Station, and I'm a fitness trainer. I teach one-on-one training, and I also teach group training. I've had my business, Lisa Fit Crew, for 5 years now, and I'm also a nutritionist consultant.
All right. And next we got Monica.
Good morning, everyone. I am Monica Virgin Wilson. I also originate from the great place of Turner Station, which is in the state of Maryland, recently relocated to Florida in 2017. I have been on my fitness journey since I was a child. My mother was my first trainer. Her car broke down and we had to walk from Merritt Boulevard back to Turner Station at 6 years old, and that ignited my love for fitness. Since then, I have as well obtained my personal trainer fitness license, and I have become passionate about teaching our community not only about fitness, but how to get fit through nutritional guidance as a result of me going away to a fitness and health retreat for 14 days in the state of Atlanta, Georgia. And that has changed my life tremendously. I have also met Dr. Sabi, who we know and love in person before his passing. So here I am to inspire and show love to those who want to receive my message.
All right. So we keep it going with the ladies and Miss Brenda. You want to introduce yourself?
Not only about fitness, but how to get nutritional guidance as a result of going away, fitness, health, for 14 days, state of Georgia, and that has
Yeah. So you probably gonna have to mute that on Facebook so you can hear it. You can listen right to us.
Yeah, I think she might be following the Facebook page instead of the Zoom. I'm not sure how that works.
Yeah. Well, you go ahead, Harry. You go ahead and introduce yourself.
All right. First of all, I wanted to say, Kenny, congratulations on starting this journey, man. I know it gets tough when you start thinking about what you want to do with your life, and I see you.
I'm gonna just keep talking.
Your site.
I just got into fitness and wellness a few years ago. Went to the doctors, and he told me I had to move to Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
You got it.
You good? Is it me?
Yeah.
All right. So as I was saying, Kenny, I'm really proud of you making this move. I've been watching you grow with this. Like I was telling you earlier, you know more about sports than most people, and I would love to be able to join in some of those conversations. But I'm more on the fitness side. I'm not really good with the sports thing right there. But I like the fact that you're engaging a lot of people that you know that you grew up with, and you're meeting a lot of new people during this process. My name is Harry Respass. I guess I'm a spin instructor. I was spin instructing for 15 to 20 years at the Merit Athletic Club in Owings Mills. I found that exercise and fitness was one of the things that got me motivated mentally. I mean, it was one of the things that I wanted to do, getting up in the morning. I mean, it really pretty much like jump started my day. And I've been doing that. I got certified to teach classes. Right now I'm on a hiatus away from spin instructing, but I'm working around for next year to start doing something online and more mobile for other people too. So it's good to be here.
All right. So did you work that out, Brenda? You get your issues worked out? You got it? Yeah, we still got a little delay going. So while we try to work that out, shout out to Kevin James. So Kevin had a question right off the break, before we even get into it. So his question was, with the terrible culture we have for soul food, what is a good way to implement a mind change towards healthy eating in our communities? He also said, choice is everything, but history sometimes takes over. How would you go about gearing towards teaching our communities about such mind changes towards healthy eating and lifestyle, especially over 50?
I'll take that.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. Basically, it all starts at home, but I've done some research and we need to understand exactly what obesity is. And according to Webster's dictionary, obesity is the excessive or abnormal fat accumulation that presents a risk of health. But for the Black community, we have 48% of African Americans are considered clinically obese, with 37.1% of Black men and 56.6% of Black women are considered obese. Our white counterparts have 36% of obesity, with 32.4% in white men and 32.8% in white women. The average weight of a Black woman is 187 pounds. Her BMI, or body mass index, is 32.2%. The average weight of a Black man is 197 pounds with a BMI of 31.4%, and their average height is about 5'9", and the Black woman is about 5'4". So if you're 5'4" and 187 pounds, that's going to be hard on your heart, your knees, your back. Everything that you do, every way that you move is going to affect you, and the same for men. 12.7 million children are obese, and that's 17% of children and adolescents are also obese. These are some of the things that I investigated, and we first need to realize that we have a problem. Some of it is cultural, most of it is because of the way we eat, and that's because of our history, and we were given the scraps and we had to make food out of it. So that became traditional as a result because we learned how to make it taste good. So it wasn't necessarily healthy for us, but we did a lot with the little bit that we had. So health is not only fitness, because sometimes people are under the impression that they can eat what they want and work it off. You'll never be able to out-train a poor diet. So because of our history, our heritage, and our culture, we must go back and retrain ourselves and replace a bad behavior with a good behavior. So instead of sugary something to drink, replace it with water. You can only start there. Without changing anything else, just add water to your diet. The second thing you can do is replace fried with baked. So anything that you were frying, you can replace it with baked. If you're going to have something fried, if you're going to have something baked, take off the skin. Just little small changes like that. If you're going to have vegetables, you don't have to use oil, you don't have to use salt, you don't have to use sugar. Just eat the vegetable. Now it's going to be a retraining of the mind and the brain because your palate will have to change and adjust to the taste. But doing these small tweaks will make a difference. And we haven't even gotten started on 100% going plant-based, but those are some small steps that you can take towards moving in the right direction. I hope that helps.
All right. So that's a real good answer.
I want to piggyback off of Monica. And I'm glad that she started right there because I think I've been with a holistic doctor now for about like 3 months. And in talking to him and going over some medical history and research and different things that he was talking to me about myself, my question to him was, how come so many women is suffering right now with fibroids? Because that was one of my issues. And like Monica just broke down, like how, you know, in our household, how we used to eat when we were kids, he did it exactly like she said. He said, because the percentage rate of African-American women are at 80%, and Caucasian women is 70%. He said back when we were, when we were kids, you ate what your parents put on the table, whether it was pork chops or any kind of fried food, whatever. We only had the basic vegetables. A lot of, African Americans, I know myself in speaking, I didn't know what avocados was. I didn't know what a Brussels sprout was, because that's not the vegetables that my grandma and my mama cooked. And that's not what my grandfather was planting down in Sparrows Point in the garden. So with the Caucasian families, they were always accustomed to eating those vegetables, those fresh vegetables. And, you know, and they knew what vegan was, they knew what pescatarian was, because they studied that. They had the good grocery stores. We didn't have all of that. So he said that's why a lot of African Americans, we suffer from the high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and women are suffering from fibroids. He said it's quick for a doctor to say, you got to get a full hysterectomy. You got to do this, you got to do that. Let's find out and come to the root of why these things are growing in our body and why, you know, our diets are so bad, and how to clean things up before we start taking, you know, medications and etc. So like Monica said, you know, with water, you know, I wasn't real high in drinking like a lot of water, you know, and it took me a lot. I tried Crystal Light. Crystal Light made my heart rate race. I tried everything. I tried the fruit. I'm not big on fruit. So it's really hard for me to start add water into my diet, but I did, you know. So we have to just take little baby steps and and like I tell my clients, take things slowly out of your diet. You know, every week, remove something. You know, if it's bread, remove it. Have bread once a week instead of having it 7 days a week. Like, you know, we all like bread, you know. So yeah, hope that helped.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Hey, I wanted to say something, Kenny. One of the things that I learned when I was a kid, my grandmother would sit me in front of the table and whatever, like Lisa, like you said, pork chops, green beans, whatever it was. She said, eat everything on your plate. You know, don't leave any. And we used to try to scrape it in the trash, and she would find out. So she make us more to eat. So we were trained as kids to eat everything, even when we're not hungry anymore. And I've learned that when I'm at a restaurant, like the other day I had a steak and I was like, do I really want to finish this steak? And I'm like, I really didn't need to, so I stopped. But that mindset, a lot of people get in there like, oh, I paid for this, then I'm going to finish it right now. And that's so not the case. And that really plays a big part in your life. So yeah. And actually my grandmother, I don't know if you guys, my grandmother used to cook with lard. And I don't know, Lord, she just say Lord, I didn't know what she meant by it. All I knew was that everything was good with it. And but after a while you grow up and you see that it's not good for you. I don't even think I see lard anywhere anymore, but that was just our growing up and how we were trained on how to eat. So
yeah. Yeah. So Miss Brenda, are you with us? Did you get it worked out?
She's smiling.
So she can hear you, but oh no. Just keep trying to talk. And as soon as if you can say something, just jump in. But so pretty much it's all about, from what I'm understanding, it's a slow process. You know, you're not gonna make all the changes overnight, which I think is a problem a lot of people fall into, is trying to, you know, we want it to happen yesterday. You know what I'm saying? It's like that, you know, that microwave society we in.
Yeah, I can hear, but it's still like a delay. So I'm just going to just hang around and listen to you guys. Sorry, I just had some technical problems here.
Well, it happens. Don't feel bad. It happens.
Okay.
But yeah, everything is, you know, we want the results now. So if I start, you know, drinking water every day, and I start, you know, cut the fried foods out, I'm looking for some results Friday. You know what I'm saying? If I start the day, I'm looking Friday, like, I only lost a pound. Like, so, you know, it's like definitely gotta have some patience with it. It's a process. I know personally, you know, I've been up and down with it. Like sometimes I can be in a real good groove, doing what I need to do, getting my exercise in, eating better. And then it only take one little hiccup in your thing, and then you right back off track.
Well, some of that is physiological as well. We have something in our bodies called dopamine receptors, and we are always looking for rewards. So when something becomes painful, we want to reward ourselves to overcome the obstacle and the pain. And sometimes unhealthy food, processed food, food and packages, carbohydrates, sugary, salty, crunchy. We crave those items that are going to reward those sensory filters and give us a dopamine response. So as a result of that, then we pick up bad habits, because if you feel good, you want to continue to feel good, and you become slowly addicted to it. So it's just a matter of taking one small step. I mean, at the end of the day, health, fitness, success, goals, all of that comes with discipline. And just like going to the gym and everything else, it hurts at first. But over time, it starts to become a habit.
Yeah.
But it's just a matter of being able to stand up to yourself when you get weak in those times. And if you can't do it yourself, that's the whole purpose of coaches, consultants, prayer partners, accountability partners. Without those things in place, you're doomed to fail. We are not an island. We have to work together. We need each other. And that's what has brought us together collectively today. So you don't ever have to feel like you're in it alone. That's the reason for my timeline and my social media posts, is because without even saying one word to me, if you just looked at my page and took one step, you would make some progress, but it's a period of over time. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes
Yes.
great sense. Yeah, makes good sense. Yeah, but that's I think that's one of the things too with this social media, is that we gotta find better ways, better use of it. And to just be, we like to laugh. If y'all follow me, I always post funny stuff. Because I'm entertained. I need to entertain myself. I post things that I find funny, but I also try to inform people. I try to post stuff that I find interesting that could help somebody. And so that's part of when I started this podcast. Sure, y'all also know I love sports. I'm gonna talk about sports 24 hours. I do it for free anyway. And so, but with creating this platform, I gotta also use it to inform and to help other people. In any way that I can. So, like I say, this was one of the first ideas that I came up with when I started it. And I just started this thing like late in October. So I probably reached out to y'all sometime last month or early this month, and asked would y'all be interested in doing it. So you see how quick it happened. And it really fell into place because I didn't have no real idea when I wanted to do it. It just kind of worked out that it happened today. It's the end of the year. I'm like, all right, this the time people start talking that new me, new year, new me, so why not incorporate something? It's this kind of what a lot of people talk about anyway, is trying to lose weight, trying to eat healthier, trying to be better. So why not bring people that's doing it, you know what I'm saying, and has been doing it and don't mind sharing with people. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause every one of y'all share stuff on y'all pages about what you do and the process that you take. So why not bring y'all together, and we all talk about it together. And so and hopefully we inspire somebody. Hopefully we inspire somebody to want to take that first step to get out there, because that's, I took a leap of faith to do this podcast. I'm telling you, it happened literally in 24 hours. From me going and getting the Zoom update to calling Cheese and say, yo, I need some help putting this thing together. And he said, yo, we going on tonight. And we've been every week since.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
So, that's that journey for somebody else, is it could start today just from this conversation.
Hey,
hope so.
Kenny, you said something, Kenny, about like how you started and it's been going every week. One of the things about fitness and health is that it has to be consistent. I mean, like I'm a victim of it sometimes myself. I'll eat a lot and then I'll have my binge days and I'll feel bad. But at the end of the day, it's trying to be consistent, eating healthy and eating right, and then going to the gym or doing some type of physical activity all the time. And like you said, you never know what'll happen. It could take you anywhere. That you'll start to see results if you stay consistent.
That's true. That's true.
And I also wanted to incorporate, initially when you spoke, you talked about how you wanted to entertain people and entertain others because you like to make people laugh. But we all have a purpose. And in that purpose, we need to be able to laugh too, because sometimes that's the difference in not taking yourself so seriously. So you just have to remember in your health and journey, in your health and fitness journey, and whatever you're doing, don't take yourself so seriously. If you fall off and eat something bad that day, or if you skip a workout, or if you're stressed, or you're going through something emotional where life is just not the best on that day, don't beat yourself up about it. Because this is a marathon, it's not a sprint. So you just have to take it one choice, one decision, one meal, one workout at a time. And over time, it becomes a lifestyle. I know that some of us on this panel may make it look easy, but as we were discussing previously about being successful in certain other areas of our life, it's not a straight line. It's a process. So you have to trust the process. So going back to Kevin's question, I don't know if he got the answer that he was looking for, but to be able to overcome those struggles of how we eaten poorly and made poor choices, you just got to keep going and keep fighting it. And over a period of time, you will replace bad behaviors with good, but you just can't beat yourself up about it. And when you make a mistake, just go through it, feel it, and say, I made this mistake, but in an hour, it's going to be better. You know, you start with a minute, a second, a minute, an hour, which turns into a day, and then it'll turn into a week and a month. So just don't give up. Never, ever, 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 never, ever, 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 never, ever quit.
Yeah.
And we all have, and we all go through those times. I mean, I know with me, when I first started bodybuilding in 2015, it was hard. It was really hard for me to give up the things that I was raised on eating. You know, I ate everything. You know, to me in my head, my mental was, I'm eating healthy. You know, I'm eating healthy because my mother wouldn't give me anything that wasn't healthy. And so when I started meeting other fitness people in the gym that was really serious in health and fitness, I started to gradually gravitate to them and started to like, okay, well, you know what, maybe I'll try this, maybe I'll start doing this. And to be honest, from 2015 to about like 2018, it was still something wrong. I still wasn't getting the results that I should have been getting. You know, I had tried all these different changes within my diet and stuff. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to just stop eating meat altogether. I don't want no meat. And my mistake was I didn't research. I didn't do enough research. And I'm a researcher. I'm always reading. I'm always doing a lot of stuff. And I didn't research plant-based meats and stuff like that, how to make different recipes and stuff. I just stopped eating meat. I didn't have a clue. I was buying all kinds of stuff and spending so much money and stuff. But at times I would fall and go back to the old habits. And then I just had to make in my mind, like, it's either I'm going to be in this or I'm gonna be out of it. And then sometimes you have to look at your history. I looked at my family history with high blood pressure, you know, the hypertension and stuff, and diabetes running through my family, and just a lot of stuff. And I have always been the one, I hate to say this, like this, I like beauty. I don't want no sickness. I don't want nothing. I don't want nothing to change the beauty part of me. That's in my mental. That's how I was thinking, you know. So whatever I can do for my body to continue to be beautiful on the outside as well in the inside, then that's what I'm gonna do. If that means I gotta give up meat, I gotta give up my starches, all that starchy food I had to eat, this is what I have to do, because diabetes took my brother, you know, and nobody knew that Larry was half blind, and he was walking through the streets speaking to people, and people didn't even know that my brother was half blind. Hell, we didn't even know. But the diabetes messed with his vision and his mental so bad that it caused him to have a massive heart attack and not wake up. That's what took him out. My mother, a diabetic, even though mama was a registered nurse, so she was very educated on how to take care of her diabetes, but she still had diabetes. Terry, she has diabetes. So it's like, okay, Kim, it's me and you left. So we got to take care of ourselves and make sure that one thing we're going to do, we're going to control our weight. We're going to control our eating, because these are the things that we can do, you know. So you hear a lot of people say, well, I'm big boned. To me, when people would come to me and tell me that, I say, ain't no such thing, because a skeleton, all of them look alike, and you see no skeletons that are big boned, you know. So just because your family history may be large, everybody was so large in your family, doesn't mean that you got to continue on down that avenue. You know, it all starts, like Monica said, in your kitchen. You have small children, you can start your children on healthy snacks and packing certain things into their lunches and stuff, because your children are going to mock you. And then it's just going to keep on. It's like a domino effect. So, yeah, I hope that helps somebody.
Sure. I mean, all information is good information. So, you know, we educating each other and other people as well right now. So with all, like, with being of our age, you know, people in our age group, what would be a good starting point? Like, so we talked about, you know, changes in diet, just start with small changes in diet. You know, so like, one thing I'll tell everybody, you ain't got to run out and go get a membership to the gym today. Like, you know, that's not something, I think that's something that people do, and that's more of a mind thing versus an action thing. It's like, all right, I'm gonna run out and get this gym membership. And then you say you join, but then there's no follow-up, or you go for the first week or two, and then you kind of leave that thing alone. So what's some things people could do outside of running to Planet Fitness, or, you know, to these gyms that offer these specials this time of year for people to join? What's some things people could do?
Do what you do. Do exactly what you do. You get out there on that track and you walk around that track. They walk outside their house and walk around their block. You know, like Monica said that, and I used to watch her mother when I was a kid. You know, her mother used to run throughout the community. Back then, they had gyms in a YMCA, but you know, people really didn't utilize the gyms like that. You know, our guys got in the backyard and they lift weights and stuff like that, as they, you know, how y'all guys did. But people don't need equipment. I remember my mama, I don't know if Monica's mother used to do this, but when I talk to some of my fitness friends, they say, yeah, my mother used to do the same thing. Remember those big gallon bleach bottles? My mother used to be in the kitchen talking on the phone, and she used to be like curling the bleach powder, and I would be standing there like laughing, like, what is she doing, you know? And then sometimes I would see her, she would hold like herself, like she'll open the door of the bedroom and like she'll stretch on the door, like let her body kind of like fall just a little bit, like she was stretching herself and doing little exercises and stuff. And me, I was just laughing, you know, I was a comedian, I'd just be laughing. But it's stuff in our house. Even when COVID had started, I told my clients, y'all don't have to go out and be buying a whole bunch of stuff. Go up in your cabinet and grab the heaviest cans. And I know some of y'all still use canned goods. Get 2 cans. They could be your weights. You know, it's stuff. You got steps in your house. Walk up and down the steps. It's stuff right in your house that you can utilize, and you can get a good workout, because I still go old school. I lift my gallons of water and stuff like that. And I got a complete gym in my house. But, you know, you got to make it work. Grab a towel and, you know, do lateral raises and stuff. You'd be amazed how you hold that towel tight and what that towel can do as you move in your arms. It's a lot of stuff you can do without equipment to get started.
So, Kenya, one of the things that I noticed when I started teaching spin class, people would come into the class, and I always tried to figure out, if this is their first class, I want to know what their fitness level is. I mean, have you been on a bike before? What have you done before the workout? A lot of people come in because they'll see a commercial. Oh, I want to be like this, or I want to do this, and they've never done it before. So they get caught up in the moment, and then they realize this is too much for me. I can't do this. And I always try to recommend that they take it easy and go slow at first, and even recommend them, hey, walk around a little bit, do some other stuff before you try to get into something, because social media can really take its toll and show you. Like, I look at videos for inspiration sometimes for working out, and these guys are doing backflips and stuff, and I'm like, man, I want to do that, and if I try them, I hurt myself, so it's just, you can't do everything that you see on TV. You got to listen to your body, and you really got to just move with yourself until you get to that point. It'll happen. It's just like you said, it's not going to happen today or tomorrow, but if you keep at it, it will happen.
You just start where you are with what you have, and you know that it is enough. Clean your house, turn on some music, dance. No money spent. Your house is clean. You listening to some good music. You can just get yourself in shape, and you benefit from it. You get a clean house, you get a fit body, and you've listened to some good music. Nothing's wrong with dancing. I don't know why we've gotten away from it. I think we've gotten so modernized now that we've forgotten the things that really helped us in the very beginning. You could march in place. You could play with your kids. You can rake your leaves. You can carry your groceries, and you can park farther away. And, things to walk around the mall. The thing is that we have to do is, though, we have to start.
Right.
You don't have to start to be great. I mean, you don't have to be great to start, but you got to start to be great. Start.
Yeah. So that's kind of the thing is, you got to start. Start somewhere with the diet, with the exercise. Just got to start. And just for my sake, I've been to that spin class with Harry.
You did good, man.
Man, shit. But I knew where I was at. I knew I wasn't where y'all was at.
Yeah.
The time that and then the other times that I would be there, I would just kind of watch.
Yeah.
But do other stuff. But I was like, yeah, this is definitely, you can't just jump in and be where they at and try to keep up the first day. You definitely got to work up to that.
I know better. I told her, oh yeah, I'm gonna come. I don't have a problem with getting up, because I'll be up at 4 o'clock. I got a problem walking into his class, and I have a spin bike here, and I got the Peloton app, and I can't even keep up with that, but I do a little something. But I'm like, I can't, because you know what's right for you. Like bikes, that's not me. I could get outside and I can roller skate all day. I could get on my bounce kangaroo boots. I can go all around my complex, jog or whatever. But when it comes to that demon right in that corner, I can't do it.
Hey, Lisa, every now and again I'll start class. I'm like, this is the day Lisa coming in here. I'll be looking at the door. I don't see. I'm like, she coming today. It's not.
I'm gonna come. No, when you start your Zoom.
Yeah.
The Zoom classes, I'm gonna be the first one, because ain't nobody gonna see me really, not too much.
Right.
Be the first one.
And
I got outfits. I do have outfits. I'm putting little bike outfits to be inside, because I ain't going to ride no bike. I'm sorry, I can't do it.
One of the other things I wanted to say is that you don't always have to work out to failure. A lot of people see that you have to, your body has to hurt. You have to be completely drained after a workout. That's not true. What you need to do is get your heart rate up a little bit, especially when you're starting out. Start with that walk or whatever. You feel a little dizzy, a little faint or whatever, stop, walk around, grab some water or whatever. It's not about that getting in there right now and all the end, go home, go hard or go home type thing. It's never like that. Like you said, Monica, it's a lifestyle. Yep.
Yeah. Let's get a quick couple shout outs right quick. Leonard Cheese, my homeboy, what's up? Rob Gardner, the other Cheese.
What's up, Cheeses?
Sean Mosley, what's happening, homeboy? Young fella. I ain't seen Sean in a couple of years, but Sean is I know Sean do some training with basketball with the young kids. He was a basketball player. I used to coach against Sean years ago, and he did very well for himself. Went to the University of Maryland and played. So, what's up, Sean? Good seeing you. April Moore, she's on the line. She said, "Thanks for the information. Great information. Thanks for the topic." So, we got some folks checking us out. Rob said he the original Cheese. My bad.
I know it's two cheeses, man. I've been trying to determine which cheese you talk about most of the time. But
so I'll say this. So I going to the gym, you know, with Harry in watching you in the spin class, because I've known you pretty much all my life. But to see you in that arena, it was like a different thing for me. It's probably the same as when you saw me with the kids. Because you see me in an environment you're not used to seeing me in. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, damn, you know, oh, you really good at this. Like, because I watched you, you got the energy. Yo, it's like 6 o'clock in the morning. Who that energetic 6 o'clock in the morning? You know what I'm saying? But,
We are.
You was into it. You was encouraging the people, and I don't know how many people was in the room. I don't remember, but I mean, you encouraging people. You know their names. You know, you calling them by name. So you like, I said, damn, this is all right. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, yo, you know, you got a gift for that, and that's why, you know, I always push you to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I always push you to do that type of thing, and way before social media.
Yeah, you did.
You know, we would sit and talk about. I would encourage you to do stuff like that. So definitely, you know, try to get that Zoom thing going. You'd be surprised who would join it when they could do it from the comfort of their home. Yeah, when they could do it from the comfort of their home and not have to worry about people, you know, because they feel a little anxious at first.
Yeah,
like me.
You probably
Like me.
Yep. And then, like, you know, Monica, I watch you. You know, when I'm on your YouTube page as well.
Me too.
Oh, great. Thank you for following.
I watch your videos, which you know, you're doing your exercise and stuff. Lisa, I watch you, you know what I mean, when you do your stuff, and just watching how your body has changed over the years, you know what I'm saying, and the dedication.
It's scary. You know what? It's scary. I used to say it's scary because when you're used to your look, the way you look, and then when you start seeing the change in your body, and I think it was probably like the beginning of last year is when I did a drastic change in my body, and it scared me. And I had went to my doctor. I said, "Can you do some blood work?" And she said, "What's going on?" Because I thought maybe, you know, I had diabetes or something, because when I said I did a drastic drop in my weight, it was like the definition, everything was had just like came through amazingly. And my coach had told me that this was going to happen, but I didn't know that it was going to happen like this. It was just like, she said, "Lisa, you don't have diabetes." She was like, "Look at all those exercises you're doing. Look at your meal plan. You're following." Because I had buckled down and I started following everything my nutritionist told me to do, everything. And that has to do with a lot of the herbal supplements and stuff that, you know, that I feed my body and stuff. And I just stand in the mirror and I just look at it, because, you know, a lot of women say, "Oh, well, I want to tone, but I don't want to look like you." I take offense to that, because I'm like, how do I look? Tell me, how do I look? Well, you know, you got all the muscles. Okay, but you got to know what you want to look like. When you start working out, you got to know what the look that you want, what you want to look like, and what direction you want to go in. I do something different than the average woman. I body build. And that's different than just toning. Just, you know, you just want a little cut here and there. It's totally different. I'm literally ripping the body. I said, so that's a lot different. Of course, you don't want to look like that, but I'm not going to take away from the woman's side, as I would say, because some men say, "Oh, well, I don't want you to start looking like a man," and da 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 da. I know what I want to look like. My coach know what I want to look like. My trainer know what I want to look like. And that's the look that Lisa's going to have. You know, I'm not going to get as big like that. The only way that you see a lot of women that got that look, that's because they're doing stuff that they're not supposed to do to their temple. And that's why I posted on my fitness page, these are the natural supplements that I take. I have people in my box every day trying to sell me steroids, or people asking me, "Do you do steroids?" A woman that is natural do not look like this. It don't look like this. You know the difference between a woman that does steroids and a woman that do not do steroids. So it's whatever you want to do, what look you want to take in your journey. So yeah.
In closing, I would just like to say, Lisa spoke very well. We all have to have goals, personal goals, and whatever those goals are, you need to stick to them for your body, because everybody's body is different. People do use supplements, and they are good and bad that can come from that. So you should have someone to guide you through that. Me, on the other hand, I do everything strictly through food. The great Hippocrates said, let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food. So I don't take any supplements whatsoever. I strictly use biblical principles, and I go by what is prescribed through God, because he is just a big part of my life. And I've learned that there is something called a new start, and you just have to find your way. And New Start is an acronym for nutrition, exercise, water. That's new. Sunshine, temperance, which is keeping your mood even keel, finding a place of meditation and peace. Air, fresh air, rest, and trust in God. That is the recipe. Do that and you will win.
I'm gonna need you to send me that.
Monica, can you say that again or write it in the chat?
Yeah, send that to everybody.
Yeah, you had to send that to everybody.
Yeah, let us get that one.
I like that.
I'm gonna need that one.
Okay, I certainly will.
Yeah,
I can repeat it and I'll send it. It's just New Start. Nutrition, exercise, water, sunshine, temperance, air, rest, and trust in God. New Start.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
You know, one of the things I've been watching my son, he's in college right now, and every day they're eating pizza and drinking beer and stuff. And I'm like, you know, when you turn 30 or 40, you're going to be trying to get back what you had back then. You know, you're going to be working out, trying to get those years back. So, I mean, it's one of the things that, I mean, we could try to teach our children that, you know, eating like that isn't the best way, because when you turn 50, you're going to be like, you know, I'm working out to get myself back to where I was when I was 20. You know, you started then and then you keep going like that.
That's so true. That's so true. And I told Bailey the same thing, because Bailey thinks she $115 or I'm $115 for the rest of my life. I was $115. Monica Monica, you always been small anyway, nice shape. But I told her, I said, promise me one thing. I said, when you turn 25, you will really start eating healthier. You know, and even though she's 21, you know, I do see now that Bailey is changing her ways of her nutrition and stuff. Now, the exercise part, that's a given for her. She can exercise like a beast all day, which she does. But her first year in college, Harry, it was horrible eating.
Yeah.
Like, she ate everything, and it was nothing for her to come home. She would go get a Chick-fil-A meal, a whole pizza, her drink, and she'll sit here and eat all that food while she's on her phone, and after she take her pictures of the food or whatever and post it. But her eating was horrible.
I had to catch up to her, yeah.
And it will. It always catching up in the butt. I already see that. It's catching up to her. But in keto, it was like the kind of different. Like keto is not all plant-based, but Shakita's eating is A1. I mean, she has a very good eating, you know, even though she eats some meats and stuff, but it is so important. But when they're young like that, a lot of times they in college, they gonna eat all them oodles or noodles, because I know mine did. They love, Bailey, I sent you money for groceries. What did you get? Oodles or noodles? You need to refund me some of my money back, because I know how much oodles and noodles cost. Yep. So, but now she's getting better. So just keep on encouraging him to eat healthy. And plus he already know, he came from, you already gave him all the tools in his tool belt. So he already know he's the athlete, you know. So it's in him. He's going to do it. He's going to do it.
Yeah. You know, Kenny, I wanted to say something before we chimed out. You named off a couple of guys on the page. One of the things that I'm big on with group fitness is a lot of women coming to my class, and I don't know if because I look good or what, but they come to the class, but I really want to engage into some of my brothers that you talk with, my Black brothers that are really going through it right now. They may have diabetes, they may have high blood pressure. I mean,
Yes.
now's the time. Do you know how many people I've carried to the grave in the last 10 years, Kenny, because their health and everything? We know, we've been there, we've seen it. And there's not too many of us out there. I mean, I would love to have a class full of men doing the same
Oh,
thing
that's
I'm doing,
what's
black
up.
men getting it
That's
in,
what's
you know
up.
what I mean? And then walking out and be like, damn, that was good. You know, normally it's a lot of women doing it, black women at that, but we need to get our brothers. So ladies, if you have some husbands or brothers or cousins, anybody that's, you know, that can really benefit from that, talk to them. You know, don't be scared to tell them. Say, listen, man, let's get to the gym. You know, talk to them, because I love my brothers. I mean, I want them to be here as long as we
That's
can be.
what's up. And
That's a
it's
very
funny that
important part.
yeah, and it's funny that you say that, Harry, because even in my gym here, the one I go to in Baltimore, Mission Fit, we are in the gym, women, at 4:30 in the morning. No men. I mean, it might be like one or two might come in at 6 or something like that, but we are the ones that's in the gym. You know, we are the ones that women, you see so many women out here running and stuff like that. We do the cardio. It's like the men lack, they push back. It's like a fear of cardio when they really need it. And you guys grew up on cardio. And it's like, as they get a certain age, they be like, oh no, I can't do that. I got a bad knee. But you walking, right? Walking is cardio, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, but I challenge that too, Kenny. And what I would do is the first 2 people that signs up for your class, I will pay 2 people, 2 men, I will pay for them to take your class. 2 days at your class. 2 days. They got to do for 2 men, 2 days. I'll pay for them.
All right, you
So
coming,
you're
Kenny?
in control of writing those names down and give me those names, and I'll send you the money.
All right, you coming, Kenny?
Yeah, mine's is free though.
That's
I'll-
good, man. That's good.
I'll
I get
also
the homeboy discount.
I'll also consult with those 2 men on which direction to go into to
Yes.
learn how to get on track for better eating.
Yes.
People need to know how to eat. People don't know how to eat. And in closing remarks, when we have them, I just want to put it out there and say right now that you can make replacements, you know, and instead of sugar, have fruit. Instead of salt, have celery, or, you know, something crunchy, or a nut or a seed. Save your seeds from whatever fruit you buy and replant them and grow them yourself at home, instead of soda, wine, beer, things that are going to disrupt your adrenals and your nervous system, such as caffeinated sugary drinks. You have to begin to drink water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah,
It
we at
starts
that
with
point.
you.
We at that point. It's about coming up on an hour, and I don't want to hold y'all too long. I know we could go for another hour for real. But so really, Elise, is that I'm gonna have to have y'all back.
Sure.
That's what it looked like. It looked like we're gonna have to do this again.
Yep, it should be a segment, man.
And you know, I don't know. We'll figure out how often we do it. If it's once a month or how, we'll figure it out. We'll figure that part out. But definitely gonna have y'all back. And then we're gonna get Miss Brenda. We're gonna get that situated so you can join us again. Let me see. Kevin asking the question: what's a good press workout drink or meal? That might be, I don't know.
Press workout.
What's a good press workout drink post? So maybe post workout. Maybe that's what he means. Post workout drink or meal.
Water.
Water. I don't get
I'll say
wrapped
water.
up. I don't get wrapped up in all of that pre-workout drinks and all of that. I just have my gallon of water with me, and I just work out. I don't need that extra anything. If it's like a day, now I'm a coffee drinker. Been a coffee drinker forever. Decaf coffee. I like all kinds of coffees. I might drink it black, and I'll put on my sweatsuit, you know, my plastic suit, and I get in the gym and do my cardio like that, so I can get that drive and sweat. But other than that, I personally don't recommend the post workouts. I don't.
So
I think he
clarified,
said
pre-workout. Yeah, he
Yeah,
said
so-
Pre-workout, that's
pre-workout.
what I meant. That's what I meant.
for,
I'm
for
sorry.
but for pre-workout, he could always do a large calorie fruit smoothie, only because that would give you some jam in the gym. If you load up on the carbs and the natural sugars, fructose as opposed to glucose, that'll give you some jam in the gym to be able to push through, to have extra energy and to build muscle in the gym. But then afterwards, you just need to have some water, something to replenish your muscles and to remove the toxins of what you sweat out in the gym. So smoothie before, 30 minutes before, 30 minutes to an hour before, water afterwards. But you can't drink a hefty smoothie with a lot of carbs and a lot of calories unless you're going to go hard in the gym. Otherwise, it's just going to turn into fat. So you got to be willing to put the work in to get the results.
All right. So we're going so I wrote down your acronym too for New Start. I'm probably gonna post that on my page and make sure you get the credit for it. Monica, I don't want to act like I made that up.
I borrowed it from somebody too. It's things
Yeah.
I learned as a part of my journey. I don't take credit for anything. I learned it from somewhere too. So feel free to use whatever I share.
Yeah, but I'm gonna make sure I, let people know where I got it from.
Okay, great.
So, people be like, oh, you so, I know I come up with some stuff, but I'll make sure y'all get credit for it.
Okay, thank you.
We great wrap it up. So I know you said some things in closing, but we can go around. If anybody, do y'all have anything else y'all want to add as we close out for the first time? Because we definitely gonna be coming back.
I'll go start, man. I want to tell you that one of the things that's my high is when I teach a class or I get somebody in fitness, is seeing the energy they give me. And that's one of the things that has really motivated me to do what I do. I'll go in at 6 o'clock in the morning having a bad morning, and I'll see the people in the class waiting to really get into it, and they do their thing. And sometimes that energy that you give out, you can see it happening because it comes back to you. So, I mean, what we're doing, ladies, is the best thing for everybody. Now let's keep pushing forward with that. In one way or the other, we're changing lives. So.
I have one more thing to add. Go ahead, Lisa. Or you have something to add?
Go ahead. You go. Go ahead, Mom.
Okay. Basically, I just want to say what we all already know and what I say every day, but I'll read it because I don't know it by heart, but I know the gist of it. And it just says, do you not know that your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit within whom you have from God? I won't read the whole scripture, but if you know me, if you follow me, if you trust me, you know that at the end of every post or almost every post, that's what I finish with. Your body is your temple. So start acting like it. That's all. One decision at a time. Start acting like it. Your body is your temple. Follow me on Healthy TV with Monie Vee. I do have about 100 videos up. I also have another page called Sleep and Slumber Meditations, which if you're having problems sleeping or you're going through any kind of stress, there are all kinds of meditations to quiet music and sounds for about 30 minutes to 2 hours. You can make a choice there, but just do something good and healthy for your body every day. Learn to love yourself, go against the crowd. And when you feel your heart nudging to make a decision between right and wrong, sit still, wait, count to 10, and then do what you know is right. Because at the end of the day, you're worth it.
I like that. I just want people to get started. Just get started. Like we said in the beginning, you don't need to go out and buy a membership to a gym to add extra to your bills or anything like that. Find things in your house that you can utilize. There are different programs and stuff on YouTube. I have a fitness page, Lisa's Fit Crew. If you can't do it by yourself, do it with me. And I always post stuff. I have Zoom classes, excuse me, on Monday and Wednesdays at 6 o'clock for $10, for you to get a nice burn. We do toning. It's a really nice class. And, you just have to start from somewhere. Like Monica said, I use, each time I work out, I always pray. I have to start my workout with prayer, because if I don't, to me, I won't have a good workout. And I need to get through my workout, so just pray and ask God for the strength to get you through whatever you're trying to accomplish, or you're trying to your goals that you're trying to meet, and he will, but you have to do the work. He's going to help you, but you have to step forward and say, okay, I'm going to buckle down and I'm going to do this, because at the end of the day, your yearly appointment comes around every single year. And when you stand on that scale at that doctor's office, she or he is going to say the same thing. You need to exercise, you're overweight, and the list goes on. So we're going into 2022. Let's beat your doctor to whatever negativity that they want to say to you. Let's start right now in getting it together, getting your kitchen, your refrigerator cleaned out with all of that holiday foods and stuff, and move forward in healthy eating and exercise.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank y'all, man. So you can follow me at the Sports Mix on Facebook. Also got a YouTube page. I got the link in the comments on Facebook. And if you just want to look it up, it's the Sports Mix 2021 on YouTube. So all the videos go to that page. You know, all the shows that we've done previously are there. This show will be up there later today for you guys. You know, if you want to go back and look at it, you know, you can share it with your friends. Hopefully somebody was inspired by something they heard today. This won't be the last time that this panel will come together and talk fitness. And, you know, I titled it Fitness at the 50 because we are all 50 plus. But it's fitness, it's really just fitness in general. You know, fitness for anybody, for real, regardless of age, just for anybody to get out there and get started and just to make the changes and change your life. So I want to thank y'all for spending part of your Sunday morning with me today, sharing your information, you know, sharing with the people, giving your experience. You know, for sure we're gonna come back. We'll do it again, and we'll hopefully we inspire some people along the way, and they get to share with us how they were inspired by this conversation and others. So with that, we're gonna sign off. Thank y'all once again. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all, man, and we're gonna do it again.
Good seeing everyone. All right, Monica, get that sun in for me.
I will.
Yeah.
I'm on it.